Now then, how is it going? Welcome back to another Premier League game. Today we're doing the match of the weekend, which played on Sunday, Manchester City versus Chelsea at the Etihad Stadium. Should be a good game. Manchester City beat West Brom 3-0. Chelsea, however, drew 2-2 with Swansea. So in the last game that I did with this, Swansea and Chelsea drew 0-0. So I sort of got that right, So hopefully we'll see who wins today. Chelsea might be in trouble here. They might end up not winning the first two games. I think Man City might win this because they're playing a little bit better. So anyway, let's have a look at the starting lineups. Here you go. Joe Hart, Zabaleta, Kompany, Mangala, Kolarov, Yaya Toure played absolutely brilliant. Fernandinho, Raheem Sterling, Nasri, David Silva, and of course Sergio Aguero is back. Now for Chelsea, of course, Courtois got sent off, so Begovic comes in, and it's exactly the same lineup as last time, except Diego Costa is back in the team. So it's Costa with the ball. John Terry's come forward a little bit. Fernandinho there, great tackle. Sterling gets the ball away to Silva. Silva passes to Yaya Toure. Kolarov, Nasri, who is also back from injury, I believe. I think he was out injured, I'm not sure. There's David Silva now getting the cross away, but not quite. Kolarov gets that back to Nasri. Nasri to Silva. Oh, and it's a goal. Goal from David Silva within 7 minutes. This does not bode well for Chelsea and Begovic. Just look at that there. Silky run by David Silva. Cuts in, cuts back, takes a shot. Begovic should be getting that. But nope, straight in the back of the net from David Silva. Great start by Man City. Not so good from Chelsea. And we're back off again. Oscar now. Passes up to Willian. He's going to pass on the wing there to Ivanovic. Getting past his player there, Ivanovic. That's nice. Couldn't quite get the cross away, but he's managed to get the pass away to Fabregas. Fabregas to the wing. Back to Ivanovic. But they're cleared. And Manchester City will go on the run again. Aguero back to Sterling. Aguero again to David Silva. So what do we reckon to Raheem Sterling then at Manchester City? Has he been worth the 49 million? Has he shown his worth yet? I don't think he has. But, it's a big price tag for him to live up to. But anyway, whether he comes up with a good one day, who knows? He might not do, he might do. Just have to wait and see. But as we know in the Premier League, when you have a big price tag like that, you tend not to succeed very well. Di Maria, for example, Andy Carroll, Fernando Torres, just a few to name. But you never know, Raheem Sterling's still young, he's still progressing, he might come good, he might not do, just have to wait and see. But anyway, here's Fernandinho now on the ball, gets it through to Aguero. Aguero's just going to run sideways, but he gets it through to Fernandinho, back to Aguero. Aguero to Yaya Toure now. And Aguero again. Always back to Aguero. Back to Aguero again. He could have took a shot there easy, but Yaya Toure nevertheless is on the ball. Kolarov now. They're just passing the ball like it's a ball.
What?
Oh, and Kolarov, no, he's offside. Only just offside though, by the looks of it. Just a tiny bit offside. That's a shame, that. Oscar now, Matic. Look at the space of Azpilicueta. I can never say Azpilicueta. Passes back into the middle to Fabregas, who's gonna just do stuff. Hazard now tackled by Kompany. Absolutely brilliant tackle there. David Silva makes a run, gets it to Raheem, but Raheem pushed off the ball by Hazard. Costa through to Fabregas. Now Willian. Ivanovic. Fabregas. Willian again. Oscar. Takes a shot and Hazard has skied it. That is not like Hazard. We're just watching David Silva's goal. No, watching Begovic's save. It was a great save by Begovic there, but he couldn't do it the first time round. So it's a short pass from Joe Hart to Mangala. Kolarov now to Fernandinho. David Silva. He's taking it backwards, but it's going forward to Nasri. Aguero again. Gala. Aguero. Vincent Kompany. Scored in his last game, Kompany. Great header. But he's getting destroyed by Diego Costa on the ball there. And Oscar's going to feed him through quite easily. No, he's not. He's gone to Hazard. But he's offside. Mangala now goes short with a free kick. And it is half time. 1-0 to Manchester City at half time. I had a feeling Manchester City will be winning this, but can Chelsea crawl back? We'll just have to wait and see in the next half. So back in the second half now. We've got Fernandinho on the ball straight away. Aguero down the wing. No changes at half time, so it's the same lineups as before. Sterling's on the ball. Kolarov now. Down the wing to Sergio Aguero, who should be in the middle, but he gets dispossessed by Cahill. Great challenge. And now Chelsea are on the break again. Great pass through from Diego Costa to Oscar. Oscar back to Fabregas. To Willian. Oh, that's a great little bit of skill there. And, oh! I thought they had equalised. How did they not score that? That was so close. And Raheem Sterling is coming off for Jesus Navas. So Sterling into his second game against Chelsea. He's played 54 minutes. Proving his worth of 49 million. He's done nothing in this game. That's cleared. Jesus Navas first touch to Kun Aguero. Straight back to Navas. Navas through to Zabaleta. And Navas again. Should really use his pace and just sprint down the wing. That's Willian's tackle. And it will be Manchester City's throw-in. And off comes Fernandinho for Fernando. And Chelsea make two substitutions. Costa comes off for Falcao and Matic comes off for Ramirez. So both teams changing it up a little bit in the hope to either win it or crawl something back from Chelsea. Yaya Toure now. Cahill gets there. And Falcao will run with it. Will it? Yeah. He's going to run with it. Passes it through to Oscar. Oscar is challenged by Yaya Toure, but Fabregas is there to clean it up. In the middle to Falcao. Falcao to Oscar. Oscar back to Fabregas. Hazard now. through to Oscar again. Oscar to Ramirez. Silva's there, but Willian gets it. Falcao. Oscar takes it and he skied it. Straight over the bar. Didn't even test Joe Hart there. And that's Chelsea's final substitution. Fabregas off. Obi Mikel on. I have to say Chelsea have really weakened the side now. Manchester City will have the upper hand. That's a short ball there to Kompany. Zabaleta now. Through to that's Havertz Navas. Terry there gets it away. Oscar now running with it. Who's he going to go for down the middle? To Ramirez. Ramirez straight to Willian. Willian back to Ivanovic. Ivanovic again. Oscar's going to cross it, but that's a foul. That is not a foul. That was fine, by the way. That was fine. Navas is running with it. He's using his pace. Straight to Aguero. Aguero now. Who's he going to go for? Down the middle. It's got to be to David Silva. To Yaya Toure. And he's going to take a shot there, hasn't he? No. Pass it through. Got to take a shot. And it's saved by Begovic. Zabaleta now. It's all Manchester City. Nasri. And that's an awful cross. David Silva gets the ball back straight away to Nasri. Yaya Toure. Oh, and it's just gone straight past his man. But that is going to be a Manchester City throw-in anyway. Now Aguero's coming off for Bony. Now Manchester City have weakened their side too. That's going to be a beautiful cross. Yaya Toure and Bony. He's missed it on his first touch. He took a shot and he's missed it. I thought he was going to bury that, lads. I thought he was going to bury it, but he didn't. He's missed it. So it's Cahill. Beautiful ball over the top, but Joe Hart's going to get that any day. Too long. Couldn't get his man. And we're into stoppage time now. So Zabaleta's on it. Willian wins it back. Can this be one last attack for Chelsea? Azpilicueta over the top. Manchester City defend that well. Navas is going to get that. And he's just going to pass it off to Wilfried Bony. David Silva, Yaya Toure, look at the space that's opened up here. What's Sami Nasri going to do with it? Is he going to cut it back? He's putting it back to David Silva. David Silva's just going to play with the ball there. And Chelsea have lost their second game. Manchester City win that 1-0. That puts them with 6 points. That is it, guys. Manchester City have beaten Chelsea 1-0. My prediction for this game, I reckon Man City might actually win it 2-1. I think Chelsea will score, in other words. Manchester City, I think they've got the firepower to win this and win it quite easily. But Chelsea are always going to give them a tough game, you know. There were some positives against Swansea, there were some negatives against Swansea. But I just think Manchester City look the better side at the moment. I think Manchester City are going to have the mental win over Chelsea. So I think it's going to be 2-1 to Manchester City at the weekend. But only time will tell. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like that, leave a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description below and it's on screen at the moment as well. So, don't forget to follow me on there. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode of this or in another video. So, see you later, guys. Bye.